ठीक हो गया बेटा। आप भी यहाँ पे पढ़ सॉरी। Meeting call to order.
I request PHF Rotarian Ritika Gupta, President, to confirm the minutes of the previous meeting.
The minutes of the previous meeting were shared on our Rotary group for everyone's reference. And since no questions have been raised regarding the same, thereby the minutes of the previous meeting stand confirmed.
Thank you, President. Good evening, everybody. Today we have our topic is Rotary's role in transforming organ donation, and we have club members as the discussion and panel for the discussion and panelists. I request our founder and charter president to introduce them and take it forward.
Thank you very much, Inspire Secretary and Inspire President, for giving me this chance again. This format, which we have started for last few months, we found that members are taking more interest, and it is more informative, and it's giving a good impression in public at large also, because we are giving our opinions on the different topics about organ donation. Now, today the topic is very important. That's Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. Before I will introduce my panelist guest, I would like to say a few words. In my opinion, there are four avenues where the Rotary can play a very, very important role. First is the awareness. Second is the infrastructure. Third is the funds. And the fourth are the myths. As you all know, that awareness is not at all there in India. And that is why the people are suffering, and people are not getting the organs. Now, for that, my suggestion, and wherever I go, I always say that, and for the Rotary, especially for the Rotary, is that the Rotary should start keeping the programs every week in educational institutions, corporate sectors, government and semi-government organizations, etc., so that the message can increase going for that. For that, our club, at least our club, which is doing in a very big way, and many of our members are involved in that. I think more and more members can also join for that. Second thing is infrastructure. Now, as far as infrastructure is concerned, in India, as you all know, that more than 85 or 84 to 85% district headquarters doesn't have the organ transplant or even organ retrieval center. So the emphasis of the Rotary should be to try to see that these types of facilities can be started in those areas where no such facilities are available. And I am sure that Rotary can come forward and take a lead in this. Then the third avenue is the funds. And in this, government has announced funds, but it is neither reaching, or people are not aware, or even the government departments are not aware. So what we can do is, as a Rotary, we must try to increase the awareness in general public, as well as the government officials, about the schemes which central government or the state government has launched. And the last, but not the least, is the myths. Lots of myths are there, cultural myths, the religious myths. And for that, again, I think the Rotarians can play an important role by reaching to the institutions or to the public at large, and try to bust those myths and give the correct pictures by doing the awareness programs. So these are my opening comments, remarks for this. And today's meeting format is very simple, that all the panelist guests will be allowed to talk for 4 minutes each. They will put their views on today's topic, and then I will just summarize that, and then again the next panelist will put 4 minutes like this. And once this round will be over, it will be open for the question and answer. Only one question will be taken from the those who wants to ask, one each, not more than one, and brief only, no thanks and this thing. So we'll not waste any time, and we will immediately move forward. because today we have eight panelists and nine including me. So nine panelists. So we should keep the time limit also. So this is, and then the vote of thanks. So this is the format today. So I would like to now invite our first panelist, and she is our Inspire President, Rotarian PHF Ritika Gupta, to put forward her views on today's topic, Rotary's role in transforming organ donation.
Thank you very much, our founder and charter president, Rotarian Lal Goel, for this opportunity. I feel extremely delighted and blessed to be able to address on organ donation. And my knowledge about organ donation has primarily increased through these meetings that we've been having for the past just about 3 years now. And it has been a very, very deep journey. And I think Rotary itself, as our club, has been doing a tremendous job in creating awareness, and it has actually impacted the people around us in a very big way. While we, being members, do not really credit ourselves enough for it, but it also should motivate us to actually keep spreading the word more and more, because there is an impact that is happening, even though we may think it is not happening. And while we have our meeting digitally online, and it does not require a lot of time and effort to be able to be available, so I request each and everyone firstly present here to actually motivate one Rotarian each who's not attending meetings to be more proactive in attending meetings, because whatever knowledge that you would need to talk about organ donation will be something that you gain out of these meetings that we have on a weekly basis. So firstly, attending more and more of these meetings is what proactively, not by just entering in, is what I would recommend as a job that us Rotarians can do as part of being a Rotary club. Secondly, what we have noticed in our past span of 3 years is that while I was secretary and a president this year, is that creating impact by involving students or the youth has been tremendously successful, which is because the youth is very, very stimulated by any topic that is offered to them. So I still highly feel that conducting talks in various colleges and even schools. So with Rotarian Mr. Lal Goel, we've actually had the opportunity to interact with students in school as well. So, while we may think that they may not understand anything, and one such meeting happened in a middle school rather than a, senior school. So even the students from the middle school and were more and more impressive than a senior school for that matter, because they are the ones who were more inquisitive to know each and everything that we thought was probably not even for them to know. But they were the most meaningful audience. So we should really not shy away from capturing whatever school and organizations that we have in our neighborhood or in our city. And, Mr. Goyal has also experimented this new format wherein he has addressed an audience through online means. So he doesn't have to physically be even present there. So if in case you wish to, if in case you initiate a talk with any particular school, we can definitely go ahead with arranging a meet online. And while Mr. Goyal is grateful to us for doing this regularly, for the club and for the cause of organ donation, we ourselves should work towards stepping up to be the the talk master of the place that we are in. And that can happen as and when our knowledge is thoroughly updated around the topic. I once more would like to urge everyone to go through the weekly bulletins that are rolled out by our club. Rotarian Ruby Agarwal has been very instrumental with it, and Rotarian Hemlata Bhandari has contributed a lot. And it also covers the various events that have been conducted by our members in their particular region with regards to organ donation. So you have a chance to get featured on it, and also let your work reach to a larger and larger audience that is reading the bulletin. And our club has been doing a very fantastic job in the entire Rotary district. And you would notice that we will know about it in the upcoming few months, because the accolades have been very high. And you can also definitely consider planning Mumbai as a very proud Rotarian when the Thanksgiving for this particular year happens. So I really urge all of you to just try and capture more and more of the youth, even though if it's digitally, because after all everything is moving to digital platform now, so even physical presence is not that required. And that would be all from my end. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rotarian PHF Ritika Gupta, for giving your views. And she has made very clear one point, that every Rotarian should try to motivate at least one Rotarian who is not attending the meeting regularly, so that they can come and join, and so that knowledge can be spread. Second point she made about the online thing. Yes, this is a new format which is quite acceptable. Recently, we organized a program. I must give thanks to our Rotarian PHF, Dr. Rohan Moniz, who has organized a program where I was the guest and a speaker. So I spoke, that was for Rotary Club of Panjim, that is in Goa. And it was very successful and people appreciated it. So in case if anybody wants to organize such types of program, it is also acceptable. So thank you very much. And now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he's Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep. Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep is the CSR chair, and as you all know, that he is a former chairman and managing director of Corporation Bank of India. So Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, you have already heard our Inspire President views. We would like to know your views on Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Gulsab. I really appreciate. So far, our Rotary Club has done a lot of work in the area of creating awareness, and you have been the person who is in front of everybody, and you are the role model for all the members. That is what we can say, that whenever you have occasion and time, you are always going there, and there I appreciate that you also go at your own expenses. This is really remarkable and creditable. We must learn. What is lacking is today in our, because majority of the members are either from two places, either from Mumbai or from Mathura. So the major program is also happening in that area. There is a need to have program at other places where other member can also get involved, so that the awareness can be created. Naturally, unless the awareness is created, the Rotary is the one. Rotary is a catalyst for the purpose of this. So we have undertaken to become a part of the catalyst to create awareness among the general public and among the public as a whole. So we are supposed to do it. And we should. So one suggestion is that each member, our member, should also take the lead in this particular, wherever they are there, to create this awareness, meeting with the school, meeting with the hospitals. Today we have not been able to go to the hospital because there are certain constraints on account of that. So there is one strategy rule I can suggest is that awareness, we are already awareness creators so far the Rotary is concerned, Rotary organization is concerned. We are doing tremendous job, and I think we should continue to do this. Secondly, there is a there is a deep trust building between the Rotary Club, Organ Donation Rotary Club, and those donor and the recipient both, and also general public. Because once we have seen the number of cases where accident has taken place, family is not able to agree for the donation, and these are the very challenging tasks. So there is a need among ourselves that in case somebody come to know there is a some this type of that has taken place, whether there is a possibility that can only happen through the hospital. So if we have some arrangement with the hospital and we have some MOU or some understanding with some of the hospitals where this type of operations is taking place, probably this will also create more awareness, little more, and we can have in some of the hospital our, some sort of a banner or something like that. That can also hospital can facilitate that. That is also required to be done. But we will become more effective if we are more aware of, we are more known here and there. And at some of the places, I think we should, if our budget permits, we should have some posters, somewhere in the highway or somewhere where it is possible to have, so that it can reach to the people, particularly on the highway side, there must more accident taking place. So there the people will be a little more aware of. For that purposes, there are banks, we can talk to the people. We will talk to the people. I have seen many of the banks having board, some of the banks, big board, they are putting it. So they can also we can also get associated that for the accident purposes, we can work on that. Then another area is today is we are not able to influence the policies. So we should become as a policy influencer in terms of meeting the government authorities. You have seen a lot of people have come already. You have gone to Jaipur and Jaipur Soto member has already come here. He has also given us. So unless we go to the each states and talk to the the authority, probably this will not reach to the people. And I think policy influencers should be our main job, because if that becomes clearly and we are able to influence the policy, probably most of the problem which we are facing today will be solved. So these are the things which, according to me, we have not reached to the corporate so far. We should also try to reach to the corporate. There are various clubs, social clubs. There are various social clubs. We should also try to reach to them. There are societies where we have to also reaching to them. So there are still a lot of work which we are supposed to do it. I think we are on the right path and we will be able to reach to the people. Thank you, Gul sir. Thank you, Ritika. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, for giving your views. And Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep has clearly mentioned 2 points which are very, very important, and that we have to. First point is about he has mentioned about that we should have more members in different cities. I would like to just add one thing that no, not only two cities which we have more members, like in Mumbai and Mathura. We also have a good numbers in Chennai, as well as we have very good numbers in USA. So we have 4 places, good number of members. But yes, we must increase our members, as Rotary'S Ramnath Pradeep has said, in different cities, so that their work can start more in those cities. Second point, which he has made, very important point, is the influencing the policy makers, because the policy makers, if we will influence them, if we will talk to them, and we will put forward the reality, ground reality, what is the position today, and they will understand. And definitely it will take time. President Ramnath Pradeep knows how much time it takes. When we have met the chairman of Ayushman Bharat here, it took almost 1.5 years to get the cabinet meeting approved, but still the GR is awaiting. So it government, but yes, we must move it. So all these points, what he has made about the corporate also is very important point. So we must do in the next year, which is a very important year for Rotary, again from starting from July. I'm sure that all our members will come forward and do this. So thank you very much, Rotary and Ramnath Pradeep, for giving your views. Sir. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he is Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain. Rotarian Kamal Jain is our organ donation chair, and he's a quite renowned person. He knows, people knows because he's also associated with the Giants group, and he heads the organ donation awareness programs there of the entire Giant group. So he's quite known there. Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, are you there? Yes.
Yeah.
Rotarian,
good evening.
Good evening, Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain. You have heard our previous speakers,
Yes.
Rotarian Ritika Gupta, as well as Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep. And you yourself knows about organ donation. We would like to know your views on Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, please.
Sir, before making my point, I would like to add some few lines for what just Mr. Ramnath had said regarding that is a policy making. See, every state, Roto and Soto, in every state, wherever it is there, they have a provision where they take NGOs as an honorary member who can attend their meetings and give suggestions while making the policy. I myself am an honorary member of Maharashtra State Roto Soto. So whenever there is a meeting for any new policy making and all, so they invite us and we are the part of that meeting. So in Rotary also, with your permission, I can put forward that we Rotary also will like to join, and they will be making us a member where we can attend and give. And for that, for every month, whatever the project in the state conducted by the NGO has to be forwarded to them. So this is the thing regarding the policy making, and we can be in the team where the policy is made. So now coming on to the point, there are lots of points that I would like to discuss, but in a given 4 minutes, I would like to take up one point which I would like to call as a friction killer angle. Friction killer angle. We don't have a willingness problem in India. We have a friction problem. In India, 5 lakh people die every year waiting for organs. But 87% say they want to donate in service. The gap isn't intent, it's friction. A dying family has 2 hours to decide, with as many as 4 to 6 forms to be filled while grieving. By the time one fills the form, 4 to 6 forms, he feels like he has filled 15 forms because of multiple copies plus hospital paperwork. Now, to the knowledge of our members, how many forms are to be filled by a family of a person who want to donate the organ? One is form number 8. Now, form number 8 is a main consent form. It is to be signed by the legal heir, signed during the grief, and needs 2 witnesses and an ID proof. Next is a form number 3. It is about list of organs to be donated, which organ to take. It is to be signed by a legal heir, and doctors, family have to tick kidney, liver, heart one by one. The next is a form number 10. It's about brain death proof. 4 doctors declare brain death. Now, it is signed by doctors only. Family have to wait for 6 to 12 hours before they can sign the form number 8. Because after only brain death is declared, they can sign the main consent form. Then we have a hospital consent form. It is a duplicate of form number 8, but again in a hospital language. Next is a police NOC. It is a police clearance. It is mandatory in the case of accident causing a delay of 4 to 6 hours if it is in the night. The real friction, it's not just forms. Now again, the forms which we have gone through, this is not only the problem. The problem is, again, a timing. Form number 8 can only be signed after form number 8 is complete. Brain death test takes 12 hours. Family decides to donate at hour 1, but legally they can't sign till hour 12. They change the mind in between. Next is the language. Form 8 is hereby authorized to removal of removal of organs from the body. No empathy, pure legalized. In ICU, they read like selling the body parts. No, in that language it is. Witnesses plus ID cards. Now we need 2 witnesses, Aadhaar card, PAN card of a assignee. At 12 a.m., suppose the death is in the night, and at 12 a.m., relatives are not carrying these cards. One by one organs, family has to say yes to kidney, then to liver, then to heart, then to kidney. Each yes is a fresh trauma. Should be yes to all, a checkbox should be there. Now, if it is an MLC case, 70% of the brain death, we know all, that 70% of the brain death are road accidents. Again, we need an MLC, police, magistrate, whole process collapses. A grieving family needs to complete Form 8, wait for Form 10, handle Form 3, get police NOC, and sign hospital consent. 6 documents, 4 signatures, 3 departments, and all to be done in 2 hours. Now, my proposal to Rotary. We fund 1-page donor family consent. We start pilot projects in 10 hospitals. NOTO and Ministry of Health and Family Welfare already allows state to simplify. If UPI can move 10 lakhs with one PIN, why do we need 6 forms to save 9 lives? My suggestions, Rotary's role, become UPI of organ donation. My suggestion, Rotary's role, become UPI of organ donation. 1-click pledge, 1-page consent form, 1 helpline number. Rotary clubs can pre-verify volunteers as grief navigators in every ICU. Rotary grief navigators can keep pre-filled forms, ID copies, and legal witnesses ready in ICU. We don't change the law. We change experience. That's how we can remove this friction. We cut the friction and we can increase the organ donation by 10 times. Friends, we trust 4-digit UPI PIN to send 10 lakh rupees in 2 seconds, but to donate a heart that can save 6-year-old child, we ask a grieving mother for 6 forms, 12 hours, and police NOC. The problem is not our people's hearts. The problem is our paperwork. Rotary build blood banks. Now let us build UPI of organ donation. 1 page, 1 hour, 9 lives. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, for giving your views. First thing, what he said about the involvement with the Roto and Soto. This is a very good news that you are a member of Roto Soto here. Our club is also been nominated as a member of Soto in Karnataka. But unfortunately, on record, I am saying not a single meeting took place for last 2 years in spite of so many reminders to them. So one can very well understand the bureaucracy there. But yes, Mumbai Roto Soto is quite active, and definitely you can suggest the club's name, although you are already there. So you can very well put your suggestions there. Secondly, which you have mentioned about the paperwork. See, as far as the brain death is concerned, that is compulsory. That is a legal requirement, medical requirement that at least minimum gap of 6 hours are required. Because as of now, as per the records, till today, not a single brain death patient who has been declared brain death become alive after declaration of brain death. That is on record all over the world. So that precaution, we cannot change the time limit because that is required. That is a medical requirement. Now, as far as other documents, I fully agree with you that at the time of trauma, the patients, if you are asking them to sign so many things, but if you see from the government and medical fraternity side, the hospital side, they do not want to be in the legal hassles because condition is as of now in India today that if there are 3 children and one of the 2 has signed or the wife has signed, but one child the son or the daughter put an objection, then they cannot take the organs. Last time when the Soto person came, he also mentioned this same thing. So they want to be 100% sure that if they are taking it tomorrow, no one should sue the hospital because the hospital, I'm not sure they are charging or not charging, that is a separate thing. But they do not want to go in legal hassle. But yes, you are right, we can transfer the money from here to there, but we cannot donate it. Your suggestion is well taken. Definitely, we will make a roadmap and we will try to send the suggestion to the concerned department and concerned government officials. Thank you very much, Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, for giving your views. Now, I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he is Rotarian Sunil Gupta. Rotarian Sunil Gupta, please. Is he there?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Dr. Rotarian Sunil Gupta. Rotarian Sunil Gupta, you have heard on today's topic, that is Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. You have heard our Inspire President, Rotarian PHF Ritika Gupta. You have heard Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, you have heard Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain. They have put their views as far as their experience, or they want to what they want to do it, change the Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. We would like to know your views on Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. Rotarian Sunil Gupta, please.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to put my thoughts together and present to you. I was I concur with Dr. Kamal Jain, that bureaucracy. I mean, first of all, it's hard enough to get a willing donor, and then to make that donation process or bureaucracy so tough that it is impossible. So the thing about creating awareness, and I concur with the objections that a family may raise during ICUs, or even you have a willing donor and a registered donor. The families tend to say no at the last minute, whether it is the hassle of all these forms, or whether it's the fear of the unknown in terms of the process and pain, or perceived pain that a loved one may go through after death. So I think creating the awareness of doing a drive for family conversations is extremely important. Besides just the need to get signups, right? I mean, you can get signups, but how many of those signups actually convert to actual act of donation? And how many of those donations become successful to live a fulfilled life? So maybe take this journey. I mean, it's like a walk, crawl, crawl, walk type of awareness stage, is where you've created enough awareness into people that yes, organ donation does save lives, but actually it saves lives. It actually gives lives for a fulfilled, life, like a full life. So creating that from an awareness piece, a drive to show success stories of living a full life. I mean, I'm talking from my perspective, sharing heartwarming stories, and I've heard a lot of those stories on this platform. That the donation stories are very heartwarming. The recipient stories actually bring that counseling to grieving families about what happens, how people can live a fulfilled life. It not only saves lives, it saves families, right? I mean, the Indian context is very, very family oriented, so it should be very important. I still maintain living donation and the awareness of living donation, and the rate. I mean, those 5 lakh people who are dying in India obviously have families, and a lot of them are not stepping forward. So I think charity starts at home. And I mean, if you have willing family members wanting to save a loved one, they can go through any hoops and hurdles, and that's I would say is one of the areas we should create more awareness. And lastly, infrastructure. I'm very passionate about creating like a gold standard of center of excellence of transplantation, where the doctors are trained in the protocol. You have family counselors, you have transplant counselors, you have teams of people who are actually specially trained for transplantation. So unless a hospital is approved of doing transplantation, people still don't know which place to go, which is the best place to go in a city or a region to get a transplant. I think.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I think from
Okay.
this morning that those are the thoughts I have.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you very much, Rotarian Sunil Gupta. Rotarian Sunil Gupta, who himself is a kidney recipient, he knows the trauma, he knows the pain which he suffered while he was waiting for organ. But luckily, he had a beautiful wife. I must use the word beautiful, not physically, but by soul, by heart, because she has taken not a minute even to decide to donate. That is a greatness, and that is what he wants. That when the 5 lakhs people are waiting, why they are waiting? After all, they have the families. Why the families are not coming forward to donate? After all, like 2025, the data says that only 20,019 people got the organs transplanted, it means approximately 5 lakhs people have died or still waiting, because again the more and more registrations will be there. So when this is the situation, what he means to say that first thing, bureaucracy should be removed. We must see to it how that things can be done, move fast, as what Rotary and Dr. Kamal Jain has suggested. Secondly, he says that the transplant center should be of excellence, where the transplants can take place. All or everything should be as per the protocol, because he has seen the things happening in USA where he stays. So I'm sure that such type of exchange of words, exchange of ideas will definitely give motivation to the Indian partners, Indian hospitals, Indian bureaucracy, even that they must change their mindset so that more and more people can be saved. Thank you very much, Rotarian Sunil Gupta. Now, I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and he is Rotarian Deepan Shah. Rotarian Deepan Shah is our tissue donation chair, and I have forgotten to say that Rotarian Sunil Gupta is also our public image chair. My apologies. So Rotarian Deepan Shah is our tissue donation chair, and he is very much active in tissue retrieval in USA, and he's very much dedicated to create the awareness program there. Yes, Rotarian Deepan Shah, you have already heard what our President Rotarian PHF Ritika Gupta, our CSR Chair Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, our organ donation Chair Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, as well as our public image Chair Rotarian Sunil Gupta has put forward their views. We would like to know your views on today's very important topic, Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. Rotarian Deepan Shah, please.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Mr. President, and all fellow Rotary Club members. It was wonderful to hear everyone's perspective, expertise, and I would like to share my thoughts and what we do, what I do. The corporate I connected with, this is a wonderful month of April. And as we know, before I jump on my views, as we know that India has more than 500,000 people waiting worldwide, millions of people are waiting, and top of that, more than 400 to 500 people are only waiting for kidney transplant list. So the best things, what we do, April is a Donator Life month in America. We are throughout the month, we celebrating Donator Life month here. But first thing, what I understand, I visit India every year. So the best comparing for me while living in USA, before we jump on or awareness, the best thing people, what I understand, need to understand how to live healthy living lifestyle, healthy food, healthy good quality water, air, positive mindness, cleanliness. So those things are very, very primary important for country like India. And we should, before we go anywhere, awareness, but until and unless we clean up the cellular level, like from the GAM, small village, to come to the bigger cities. And this thing is primary. We want to people live healthy. We don't want to people get to wait for the organs. If people change their lifestyle, people change their mindset, physical, emotional, spiritually, genetically, everything nowadays science is so advanced, anything can be possible to change. As far as Rotary is concerned, Rotary have a lot of potentiality as we renowned worldwide organization transforming organ donation. We can create a theme like this year. We have a theme here. Let's life sing. This year theme uses tree as a symbol of life and connection. Just like tree grows and support each other in a forest, donation connects people, donor, recipient, and families. Like a tree that grows and stands for generation, a donor's gift leave a lasting legacy of hope and life. Also, what we can do, managing a national, our own registry, maybe Rotary Club of Organ Donation Registry, driving a public registration event, creating a unified brand, as it is Rotary is already brand. Now Rotary Organ Donation is another brand, creating education awareness, supporting living donation, and that can impact on increased donors number, tissue, eye, and organ supports and family supports. Those are morally very, very important. I give you a classic example. This month, April 19th to 25th, we are celebrating Kids Transplant Week. And I will give you one case study also, how the impact of organ or tissue that make change on someone's life. This time to reflect the extraordinary impact of donation on lives and children and families, and to honor the generosity that makes healing possible. One classic example: on September 25, 2025, 6-year-old boy Tyler Fisher was diagnosed with bone cancer called Ewing's sarcoma. His right leg amputated. His lower right leg might have been only option at one time, but Taylor was saved from that decision by successful limb reconstruction surgery using donated human bone, sometimes we call as a allograft also. This month also, and Rotary can also do celebrating each month. One day we can maybe do a walk in a park day with our organ donation theme. Donate a life, we can celebrate Donate Life Living Donor Day. We can have a dress up your pet blue and green, make a blue and green treats, dessert, appetizers. Donate a Life or Rotary Club has their own flag raising day, blue and green celebration day. A lot of things we do. We can celebrate National Pediatric Transplant Week for organ donation. So this is what I come of my conclusion. This is the way we can make impact on people's life by giving a classic example, having awareness with the theme. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Deepan Shah. Rotarian Deepan Shah made very important few points. First point, he says that when we are talking about the organ transplant or organ donation awareness, we must see to it, why not we also create awareness about the healthy lifestyle? Because if there is a healthy lifestyle, there will be organs, the chances that the organs will not fail, and then the organs requirement will be less. That is a very good suggestion. Whenever we are giving the awareness thing, we must also say what are the things where one should change in the lifestyle so that he or she should not be a victim for the requirement for the organ donation. Secondly, he said the Rotary should have a theme, every time everyone gives a theme. So this is a good suggestion. Definitely, at least in our club level, we will put up in our board if they will decide for the next coming year of the next year Rotary year. From July, if they will get something, we can put up that theme in the board if they will approve. And third thing, what he says is we must come out with a public event. This suggestion is good, but as you all know that ours is a e-club where our members are scattered all over the world. So it is not possible for us to involve directly, yes, but we must put up this suggestion to Rotary District at 3141 to come up every month at least one public event so that it can be organized in a big way as Rotary'S Deepan Shah has suggested. Thank you very much, Rotary'S Deepan Shah. Definitely the suggestions are very important, and our members who are watching it eagerly, plus all those viewers who are watching it on YouTube live or those who are going to watch afterwards also can understand that how much awareness our members or those who are talking to the panelists, although they are not all our members, a few of the panelists and their suggestions, that is very, very important. If we will implement 10% of these suggestions, I'm sure that there will be a very good change in the lifestyle as well as as far as the organ donation is concerned. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next panelist guest, and she is Rotarian Rupa Arora. She is an honorary member and she is a proud liver donor herself to her husband, and as well as she and her husband both are involved in creating organ donation awareness in a big way and also participating in the organ transplant games worldwide as well as in India. So welcome, Rotarian Rupa Arora. And you have already heard our inspired president. You have heard our Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, Rotarian Sunil Gupta, as well as Rotarian Deepan Shah, their views. We would like to know your views as an organ donor, as well as a who is involved about the organ donation awareness. Rotarian Rupa Arora, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lalgoel. जो आज का हमारा टॉपिक है रोल ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मिंग ऑर्गन डोनेशन थ्रू रोटरी, तो उसके बारे में मैं कहना चाहूंगी कि ऑर्गन डोनेशन जो है एक नोबल सर्विस है जो किसी को नई जिंदगी दे सकती है। रोटरी का रोल इस फील्ड में बहुत ही इम्पैक्टफुल है और एक लिविंग लीवर डोनर और साथ ही ऑनरेरी रोटरी मेंबर होने के नाते मैं ये स्ट्रांगली फील करती हूँ कि रोटरी सिर्फ एक सोशल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ही नहीं है बल्कि ये लाइफ सेविंग मूवमेंट है। तो मैं ये भी महसूस करती हूँ कि अवेयरनेस मस्ट मूव बियॉन्ड इंफॉर्मेशन, इट मस्ट टच इमोशंस एंड बिल्ड ट्रस्ट। वो हम रोटरी के थ्रू जो रियल लाइफ स्टोरीज हैं, लाइक आस लिविंग डोनर या रेसिपिएंट, और डिसीज्ड डोनेशन लाइक उमंग्स स्टोरी, जिसके बारे में रोटरी के थ्रू हमें बहुत बार मौका मिला है अपनी स्टोरी शेयर करके लोगों को अवेयर करने का। तो इस टाइप की जो स्टोरीज हैं वो बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्टफुल रहती हैं। तो जब भी कहीं मौका मिला है हमें, तो इससे लोगों का रिस्पांस भी अच्छा ही रहा है। उसके बाद रोटरी क्लब्स जो है अवेयरनेस कैंपेन्स, हेल्थ कैंपेन्स, सेमिनार्स या रैलीज के जरिए बहुत बार ऑर्गन डोनेशन के इम्पोर्टेंस के बारे में एजुकेट टाइम टू टाइम करता रहा है। एक बार मुझे भी चांस मिला था सर, मिस्टर लाल गोल आए थे हमारे स्कूल में, तो उसका रिस्पांस भी बच्चों को बहुत अच्छा लगा था। बाद में भी बच्चों ने मेरे से पूछा। तो ऐसे इस तरह के जो थोड़े बहुत सेशंस हैं वो स्कूल्स में होने चाहिए। इससे लोगों को, मतलब अगर वो लाइव स्टोरी सुनते हैं या कोई डिसीज ऑर्गन डोनेशन के बारे में सुनते हैं, तो इसका बहुत ज्यादा इम्पैक्ट रहता है बच्चों के ऊपर। वो घर जाके भी इस बात को शेयर करते हैं। फैमिली में आजकल जैसे डाइट प्लान अच्छा नहीं है लोगों का, ईटिंग हैबिट्स अच्छी नहीं है, तो उनको ये भी रहता है कि हम अपने डाइट का या अपने हेल्थ हैबिट्स का ध्यान रखें। और मैंने खुद एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि जो ऑर्गन डोनेशन का डिसीजन है वो किसी की लाइफ को टोटली मतलब चेंज कर सकता है। रोटरी के थ्रू इसको, इस स्पिरिट को प्रमोशन भी मिली है। जो रोटरी का जो मोटिव रहा है, सर्विस अबव सेल्फ, ये बहुत अच्छा है। और इसके बिना मैं ये भी कहना चाहूंगी कि रोटरी जो है हॉस्पिटल्स या मेडिकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस के साथ मिलकर इस प्रोसेस को और स्मूथ और ट्रांसपेरेंट बनाने में मदद कर सकता है, कर भी रहा है। ऐसा नहीं है, आज जरूरत है कि ऑर्गन डोनेशन को जो है एक मूवमेंट बनाया जाए। रोटरी का कंट्रीब्यूशन बेटर और कंपैशनेट डायरेक्शन दे रहा है इसको। और यह सिर्फ एक्टिंग नहीं बल्कि ह्यूमैनिटी के लिए एक ट्रू कमिटमेंट है। और इसके बाद अलावा बहुत सारी जो गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज हैं वो रोटरी क्लब के थ्रू लोगों तक पहुंचाई जा सकती हैं। बहुत सारे जो इकोनॉमिकल वीकर सेक्शन हैं उनको जो राष्ट्रीय आरोग्य निधि जो स्कीम है उसके बारे में लोगों को पता नहीं है, इसके बारे में मोटिवेट किया जा सकता है। हालांकि हर एक हॉस्पिटल में इसका अलग से डेस्क है, पर फिर भी बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं जो इस इंफॉर्मेशन से वंचित हैं। और that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Rotarian Rupa Arora. And Rotarian Rupa Arora has made a very, very important point that whenever we are creating awareness, we must come out with someone who is having a story, not the reality of what they have suffered. And we have seen, as she has mentioned in Chandigarh school, because she was as an organ donor, liver donor, and her husband as a liver recipient were both present in that school, and the impact was very different. I have also seen when we were in the North India tour in the month of February, when Rotarian Sunil Gupta as well as Rotarian Regina Gupta were there with me, and when they were speaking, at least I can say at the Aligarh Muslim University, as you know that wherever I go and when we talk about Muslims, people always say, no, please don't talk about Muslim. Yesterday also the same thing has happened, but when they have spoken, the tears were rolling out from the eyes of many of the women sitting there. So it is a very, very impactful. Rotarian Rupa Arora has hit the nail correctly that we must include whenever there is an awareness program, if possible, if the organ donor or organ recipient is there, to come forward along with that awareness thing. And secondly, she says that to promote the schemes like PMJY, etc., in the states, it's also a very welcome move. Yes, we must try to create more awareness, so at least the state governments or the hospital should know that these types of schemes are already there. In the government has already implemented, but they should execute them in the hospital. Thank you very much, Rotary and Rupa Arora. Now, I would like to invite my last but not the least panelist guest, and she is Rotarian Jyoti Galada. Rotarian Jyoti Galada is a living donor herself, as well as she belongs to a family of a deceased donor. Her story is a very, very remarkable. I will not say because you all have heard. She has already given this thing, and she has produced a movie on her son Umang, and that movie has been selected by in the West Bengal government as well as in other many film festivals. So best of luck, and we are waiting once the movie is released officially or it will be available. Definitely, we would like to keep a separate meeting of Rotary Club of Organ Donation International, and we would like to see the movie as well as we will like to discuss with her. But today's Rotarian Jyoti Galada, today's topic, as you know, is the Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. You have already heard our earlier panelist guest, Inspire President, Rotarian Ritika Gupta, Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep, Rotarian Dr. Kamal Jain, Rotarian Sunil Gupta, Rotarian Deepan Shah, as well as Rotarian Rupa Roda. We would like to know your views on this very, very important topic, Rotary's role in transformation, transforming organ donation. Rotarian Jyoti Galada, please.
Thank you, Lal Goyalji, for having me. Definitely, the movie section will definitely have once it makes its round to all the film festivals. And I really want to say that Rotary, under your leadership, is doing a very, very remarkable job, creating a lot of impact. And all
Rotarian Jyoti Galada, sorry, your network is bit, we are not getting your voice clear. Can you just see that no other device is on the same network?
Can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
better.
Okay. So, okay. So I just want to say that most of the topics and
It's cracking. It's cracking. There's a lag in network.
What you can do is you can turn your video off, so it will use less of your network, and then you can talk.
Okay, I'll do that. So now you can hear me?
Yes, better.
Am I clear? Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank Lal Goyalji for inviting me. And under your leadership, Rotary is doing a remarkable job. Most of the points which I wanted to mention have already been covered. So I'll just sum it up a little bit. That when we talk of organ donation, we think of hospitals, doctors. But transformation in organ donation does not just begin in operation theaters. It begins in the society through awareness, through conversations. And Rotary has played such a powerful role, such an irreplaceable role in having these conversations. And if we can make an encyclopedia on organ donation, if we club all the conversations, writings, and everything that you have been doing around. One of the biggest challenge in organ donation is that families are asked to take a decision in the most vulnerable time. And at that time, the grieving, confused, they're very grieved, they're very confused. But Rotary, through its awareness, is preparing society, and even before the moment arises, through its campaigns, through pledges and conversations. So most of the people feel inspired when they hear real life stories, and inviting real heroes of organ donation to share, inspire, and encourage others to pledge their organs is also a very beautiful way of promoting organ donation. Then life just does not end with death. Giving is possible even in loss, and legacy is not just what we leave behind. And to build this culture where organ donation is not seen as something extraordinary, but it should be something natural, noble, and very necessary. And as a mother, I have gone through this journey, and I can say that we did not choose to donate our son's organs just in a moment. No one approached us. We made this decision ourselves, because this decision came because we were aware, the values were intact, and the conversations about organ donation we had before. So let us just continue to spread awareness, start conversations, and build a world where no one dies waiting for an organ. Just one suggestion that I would like to give, that we should have a dedicated organ donation column in the newspapers, in the regular or very regular column in newspapers that bring out real life stories, that bring out interviews from specialists, the way you're doing as these talks, if they come in writing, I think more and more people will read about them and get aware. Even advertisements, though, like no smoking and no drinking advertisements we keep seeing in between the movies and in between news channels. If somebody, if proper funds are managed, we can do that also, create small films or small advertisement that encourages people to talk more about organ donation so that it can be normalized rather than glorified. I think, and most of the points which I wanted to cover are already covered, like having campaigns in schools and having better infrastructure and inclusion campaign also in the national and international level. So I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rotary and Galada, for giving your strong views. You rightly said that a write-up in a newspaper, regular write-up is required. If something in the theaters or the advertisement is required, that is also possible if the Rotary district takes up or Rotary International takes up. Good suggestion. Definitely, we would like to pursue with our Rotary district first and through them to Rotary International. Even our suggestion to them is to, like their Rotary is having that end polio program, which the Rotary implemented very successfully across the world, and almost the polio has been eradicated except two countries, Pakistan and Afghanistan, where there are few cases, about 80 or 85 cases are left in the whole world. But similar way, they should come forward. We will definitely do it. Thank you very much, Rotary and Jyoti Galada. Now I would like to invite the questions, and I will say very, very brief. Time is short, and please remove this thing so that everyone can be seen on the screen. If you please remove the nailing from all the few of our highlighting the things. Yes, so whoever wants to ask the question, please unmute and raise your finger so I can immediately see, and I will ask the question. I will ask him to ask the question. Please. Yes, I can see the professor, Rotarian Professor Dr. Sudhir Saranding. Yes, please go ahead.
What are the three most important initiatives that we can take within the next 1 year?
Okay. Rotarian Ramnath Pradeep. Please unmute. Please unmute. Panelists, please keep yourself unmute.
Yeah. I got few suggestions to aid back. One of them, because in the BR in Bombay, 3141 is having almost 120 clubs together. If we can meet our governor and impress upon him that each club, if they can adopt two things, one or two hospital to create awareness, each club I'm talking about. So it will be a quite substantial hospital can be covered. And we wanted to also suggest that 1,000 places per club, whether it is possible or not, we can also suggest to 3141 governor and request him to agree upon this, and so that it can create little more awareness. Third is about taking the matter with the state government. I think there is a need for a Rotary Club as an organization. We should take it maybe through our 3141 or through ourselves with the state government. First is that let Rotary Club also becomes a member of the committees. Another thing, they may not have a regular meeting, but this can be work out. So within 1 year period, three things can be suggested: writing to the bank, writing to the governments, asking that include the Rotary Club International as a member of the committees, and 1,000 places per club.
Okay.
If it can be happen, and adapting or 2 or 3 hospitals by each Rotary Club.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Next question, please. Next question, please unmute and raise the. Yes, Rotarian Dr. Vijay Singh, please. Unmute, please unmute yourself first. time is short, so please keep yourself unmute. Unmute, Dr. Bajay Singh. Anyone else wants to ask question till the time? Please unmute. Whoever wants to ask question.
Yes, you got dinner?
Yeah. Please go ahead, Dr. Vijay Singh. Your question.
Dr. Jain has spotted the large legal work, form work.
Yeah.
How can we reduce it into the minimum one?
Okay.
So that time will
Rotarian
not be-
Dr. Kamal Jain, please answer. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That only I had said that we can identify the volunteers in Rotary who can take over such things. So the thing is that whenever there is an organ donation call, if we are into with the Roto Soto and we tie up with them that whenever there is a call, they can call one of our volunteers who will help the family to assemble all these things. So by this way, we can, as you had already rightly said, that we cannot interfere into the legal matters like brain dead certification, hospital consents. But then at least if our volunteer is present over there, he can help, he can guide, he can make the process shorter.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any other question, please? Any other question? I think no questions, no further question from anyone. Okay, so thank you very much. And today's program, which you have seen, is a very, very special program because our 8 of the, including me, 8 panelists have given their views, very, very important views, very, very important suggestions for Rotary's role in transforming organ donation. So please keep attending the programs. You will get more and more knowledge. Earlier, people used to ask how we will come to know about organ donation. But I'm sure now, after 2.5 years of our Rotary Club's existence, today we have given so much information that people can themselves become a brand ambassador of organ donation. And today's suggestions, whatever has been given, we will try to implement, which are possible and feasible, so that we can save more and more life. That's all from my side. Over to you, Inspire Secretary Rotarian Ruby Agrawal.
Thank you. Thank you to all the panelists for a wonderful discussion on displaying the very powerful role of Rotary in spreading organ donation awareness and the way forward. I request Rotarian PHF Dr. Rohan Monis to give the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Rotarian Ruby. I think this is one of the most very interesting and one of the milestone meetings which you've ever had. To describe, I would say this is very self-directed, very well structured, and the way Rotarian Lal Goel had facilitated this entire show, including him and the 8 of us, as Rotarians on the panel, all need not be doctors, but even the non-doctors, the confidence they exuberated on this show or on this meeting was fantastic, very purposeful, intent was seen, focus was very bright, and I really thank Rotarian Lal Goel for this ideation and the other 7 panelists on this meeting. This is a very milestone meeting, I personally feel, because like we say, let us normalize these conversations. Let us reach out to the communities. Let us, even you're having a coffee in the coffee shop, going to the schools, meeting the principals, or you're with the college grads, we need to talk this and make this a mission with us. And like Lal Goel ji has said very clearly, like the eradication of polio is one of the main verticals for the Rotary Foundation. I think we are pursuing organ donation also as a major one to make it throughout the globe, especially in our country or in places where it's not developed. Thank you so much for a patient listening. Thank you so much for being online. Thank you so much for doing whatever you're doing. And please promote the next step, which is been promoted, the bulletin, which is coming out weekly, headed by our chief editor. And have a great week ahead. Thank you so much. Signing off, Dr. Rohan.
Thank you, Dr. Monis. Thank you to all Rotarians for attending this meeting. Over to you, President.
Thank you very much. Meeting is thereby adjourned.